Hello, everyone. How are you doing? My name is Silvia Sigliano. I'm the AICI VP Conference, and I'm here today for this special live to talk to you about the 2023 Global Conference that's going to happen in June next year in Punta Cana, and we are very, very excited to be, in person again, face to face again. And today we're gonna talk with Sue Donnelly regarding the call for speakers. Okay, so let me call her. I hope you guys have questions, a lot of questions to make. So wait. Hi, Oi Fê. Hi, Sue.
Hi, everybody. It's lovely to be here.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm good. Are you?
Good, thanks so much. Please introduce yourself, Sue.
Okay, well, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Sue Donnelly. I'm the current VP Education, and this will be the first conference that I've ever done that's face-to-face. Obviously, I was in charge of all the sessions for the last conference, which was virtual, so it's a real honor and a pleasure to be part of the conference too. Very excited.
Yeah, me too. We've been working hard. Sue is very hands-on and very workaholic, and she's preparing a great sessions because educational part of the conference is the most important thing, right, Sue?
Well, I think, there's a number of things that are really important. Getting together is one of them. I think we
Mhm.
that, haven't we, for so long, and meeting up with our friends and colleagues from all over the world. But for me, yes, I think, I like having education that, inspires me and opens up my thinking to something that I can do differently when I go back home. And that's what I always aim to provide for people coming on any of the events that I'm, involved.
Mm. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the theme. The main theme is creativity in action, right? So why did we choose this subject?
Well, I think there's a couple of things really. Number one, AICI's purpose is to empower everybody, members and clients, to feel amazing. And I think with the pandemic, where we've all been locked in for so long, many members had to be really creative in what they did because we couldn't keep on doing things as we had done pre-pandemic because they didn't work. A number of other things have changed because of the pandemic as well. What you wear for work now is completely different to what it was before. The type of clothing that we wear now is very different to what it was before. And so we know that many of our members have been very creative, and I want those members to share that with the rest of us because I think we can learn so much from that rather than doing it in the same old way, which is fabulous. Course. I think if we're to grow as professionals and to grow as a business, we need to sometimes look at things from a different perspective. And that's what I'm hoping this conference will bring.
Yes, definitely, because a lot of things are changing so fast, especially after pandemic, a lot of things and the professional changes that, at the same time. So, especially here in Brazil, people are so creative and they bring so many different things, newness, and I hope Brazilians will go and will speak. I can see a lot of Brazilians here participating. So you guys, if you have questions, you can please write it down. You can write it down in Portuguese. I will try to translate. But anyone else that have questions, please. So Sue, tell a little bit about how many sessions we're gonna have, 1 hour, 2 hours.
Right. So, okay. So the first thing is we're going to have sessions of an hour and sessions of 2 hours. How many we're going to have really depends on you people listening now, because if you don't submit presentations, then we might not have as many as we want. So, we really are waiting for you to submit what it is you want to present. We're hoping to be able to get enough for you to get your 2.4 CUs, but I can't guarantee that, and I won't guarantee until we've seen, what's been received. However, what I will say is this: for the first time ever in a face-to-face conference, we are opening up a speaker position to those of you who are not certified. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we've done that before. So this is being creative again. We're opening it up to those of you who aren't certified for just 1 hour sessions. If you have any level of certification, so that's CIP, CIM, or CIC, you can offer sessions of 1 hour or 2 hours. And obviously you can submit more than one session if you want to do.
Okay.
To remain within the creative theme, I also don't mind having submissions that are a little different. So it may be there's 2 or 3 of you doing a session or a panel discussion, something different. I'm very open to seeing things that are perhaps a little bit out there from what we've had in the past. So, we're looking to you and your creativity to inspire us. Yeah, does that answer your question?
Yes, definitely. Sue mentioned the CEU. So if you don't know what is CEUs, it's very important because when you go to an international conference like this, you can get the 2.4 CEUs. So you can apply to get the certification and you can maintain your certification. That's one of the reasons for me, at least, Sylvia. I live in Brazil. It's not easy getting CEUs. Nowadays, we have courses and we have seminars here that give CUs. But before that, I couldn't get CUs in Brazil. I had to go, to the conference and just, 3 days, 4 days, you get so many points. It's very worth it.
Yeah. And same for me. Absolutely, in England, because we have a very small membership in my part of the world. So it's definitely, and also I think the regulations are changing for any of who want to be CIC but haven't yet sat the examination. I'm pretty sure the regulations will say from September or October onwards that you need 0.8. So if you're not certified yet, it's definitely worth going to the conference to get your CUs.
Yeah. And to be a speaker, if you have the certification, you can do a 2-hour session, right? So
absolutely, and that's even at CIC level, which again is new. That's never been this before. It's always been CIP or CIM. So we're broadening it out so that more of you can be involved if you want to be involved.
Okay. So, and what is the advantage of being a speaker?
Right. Okay. Well, I'll tell you a story. I think that's probably the best way to do it. I didn't present until I think I'd been a member of AICI for about 5 or 6 years because I really honestly believed I didn't have anything to say, to be honest, anything new. I got a lot to say, but maybe nothing new. And 2 of my colleagues persuaded me to submit a session at the conference. Which I did back in 2012. And I actually presented twice at that conference, one of the first sessions and one of the last sessions. That put me on the map because from that conference, the end of that conference, I had invitations to speak in Japan, in Melbourne, in Sydney, in Singapore, and in New Zealand, just from that conference. And so, I have traveled all over the world talking about the thing I love most, which is image. And that would never have happened if I hadn't have presented at that conference. Because I've been all over the world, I then won the Jane Segerstrom Award at the Washington conference because it's about somebody who is promoting AICI globally. So just from putting that submission in and having it accepted, my whole life as a presenter changed. And so that's really what it can do for you. It gets your name on the map. And it's just, it's fabulous to be able to speak with your colleagues and peers. Faye said the same as well. Absolutely. To speak in front of your colleagues and peers. It is scary. When you get there, you know that every single person is rooting for you. They all want you to do well. And you can't for a better audience than that.
hmm Yes, it's an important thing because I heard Josephine talking the other day. She was saying AICI is not about what AICI can do for us, but it's about what we can do for AICI to AICI do for make for us. That's what happened with you, and fellow Cassie is saying that the same happened with me, and definitely because for me too, the first time that I spoke to AICI, which was in the Latin America conference in Brazil. So my whole career changed because people see you differently.
That's
I know it's not easy to speak in front of people. It's not easy for me or for nobody, but it definitely is a train because, as you said, we all know each other. We all, we want the best for the speaker. So it's a familiar space.
absolutely. Faye is saying here, I was scary as well and almost gave up. Absolutely, it is quite terrifying. But once you're doing something that you love,
Mhm.
it's something that you're familiar with. Actually, after the first 5 minutes, when everybody is so nice, the nerves go, and you're just a star, really. And I think that's what these conferences are about. It's about finding new talent.
Mhm.
It's finding new talent as well as the talent that we already know exists. I mean, obviously we want those kind of people to still speak because we have a lot of what can we say, AICI treasures, global treasures that have been around for a long time, and each time they come they still teach us something new from their experience, and we still want them as well. But how lovely to find new talent.
Mhm.
It's just a very great feeling when you can do.
Yes, and you can make worldwide networking in the ICI. That's another very important thing to go, right?
Absolutely. And going on the back of that experience that I told you about, I think I've been to Australia 4 times. I've been on a tour of Mexico. I've done all these different things through AICI, which I would never have done, otherwise.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm on the board, I think, because of that. I think that's
Mhm.
why I'm. So these things can escalate, and give you another pathway that maybe you never thought existed before.
Okay, so guys, if you guys have questions, a lot of people are joining now. We are talking today about AICI Global Conference that's going to happen June next year, 8 to 11 in Punta Cana. So we're very excited to go to the beach also. You can go, 3 days before and stay more 3 days. You can bring a member of your family if you want. No kids, but you can bring your husband or your partner, and it's going to be a lot of fun, not only work and learning but also fun. It's a great price. It's 798, so it's the best price ever of a EICI Global Conference. We can go there in an 8-hour flight from the most of the cities worldwide. So a lot of advantage for you to go, and don't miss the opportunity to be a speaker. So Donnelly is responsible for that. She's doing a great job. And Sue, give some tips if someone wants to apply. What they should do, like give them some tips.
Yeah, sure. So you've got till the September the 15th to submit, and it's all online. If you go onto the main conference page, you'll find it there. And basically, you're given 200 words to describe what it is that you want to teach. So my top tip would be write it down and then leave it and then go back to it. And oh, Faye, I'll answer your question in a second. I keep going back to it until you've honed it so much that it sounds exciting. Would you want to go to your own session? That's the only thing, because you've only got 200 words. And with those 200 words, you need to paint a picture, a really clear picture, because it's all that me and my team have got. We don't have anything else to go on. So you're really selling what you want to speak about to us. So don't just type it and send it off. Put it and keep looking at it until you've got it the best that you can get it. In terms of Faye, and I think somebody else just asked a question, unfortunately, yes, we do need them all in English.
Mhm.
In the conference itself, we're not looking for just English sessions. We're looking for obviously English speaking, Japanese, Chinese, Portuguese, and Spanish. So those are the 5 that we're looking for. But we really need this 200 words, if possible, in English.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so people don't miss. It's the due date is September 15 to say to send to apply. All the links are in the bio, but you can definitely send a DM to us if you have any questions. And be creative, because creativity in action is the theme of the conference. So bring something new, something that will be different, something different that you are doing with your clients, something different that you learn from your experience, from your country. I have a comment here. For me, giving a session is a great way to break my boundaries. Doing 4-hour session in English, which is not my first language, and doing it on a very last day after the party was huge. Oh yes, of course.
Oh,
Yes.
after the party, wow, that is an ask.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Uh,
To clear that point up as well, one of the questions I have been asked is, why are we not doing any 4-hour sessions again? And the reason for that is because the feedback that we've had so far is that since the pandemic, people have smaller attention spans, and 4 hours just seems too long. You know, 4 hours is a kind of very intense workshop almost. And that for the level of understanding that you might get in a 4-hour workshop, you'll probably find the AICI trainers have something already there that you can pay for and do it separately. You know, we may be proved wrong. I don't know. I'm always the first to put my hand up if we've gone the wrong way. But that was the feedback that we've had, that people prefer now, because of Zoom and everything else, 1 hour or 2-hour sessions. And the 2 hours will not have a break either. There'll be 2 hours, full 2 hours.
Yes, Carolina Behar is the image for you. Is me, Carolina Behar. Okay, Carolina. Carolina, I did your session. Was amazing. Yes, yes. So Felucas is asking if the presentations will have live translation.
No,
No. Okay.
sorry,
So
it's just too expensive. We just can't have it yet.
okay. And Coca is asking, is it possible to apply with 2 different topics?
Absolutely, absolutely. And if they're both good, you'll get both. I was at one conference. I can't remember which one it was now. Maybe Mexico. I can't remember. I did three sessions. I wouldn't actually. On the back of that, I was tired. I was tired the whole time doing 3 sessions, and felt that I perhaps couldn't enjoy myself quite as much as I wanted to. So I would advise doing 3. 2, I think, is fine. 3 is probably, in my opinion anyway, a little bit over the top for you. It's hard doing 3 sessions.
Okay. And what else, Sue, is important to say? What is the main, like the themes besides the creativity in action?
Yeah.
Themes that people want to hear.
Yeah, anything I think at all that image consultant needs. So it can be to do with, you know, the image and style part of what we do, the psychology part of what we do. It can also to have anything to do with the business side of what we do. You know, that's fine as well. And I think the other thing that is huge at the moment, and which we covered slightly in the last conference, and it needs to move on, is sustainability and DEI. So, you know, again, if you've got any very creative ways of looking at either of these 2 topics, then we are very, very glad to have those. So I think the whole arena is really open to you. Say you get a remuneration of $75 per hour that you are speaking, and that will come off the conference price. So it's probably slightly less than maybe we've paid in the past, but the whole conference price is way less than we've paid in the past, because everything is included. So, you know, all of your restaurant meals, regardless of whether it's with AICI or whether you want to do it on your own, are all included. All your drinks are included, including alcohol. everything, your breakfast, everything is included. So this is, I think, the cheapest live conference that we've ever done. And you know, the fee kind of, I guess, falls into that category too.
Mhm. Yes. So you have this, but the most important thing is definitely the personal branding. Like speaking in a global conference abroad in another country is very, very important, you know, for personal branding, for posting. Yes,
I've
$79.
dollars an hour. So if you do a 2 hour one, it would be $150 US dollars. Yeah.
Mhm. It's a discount on your, you know, in your fee. Mhm.
And you, I think that the rule is as well, if you are accepted as a speaker, you must pay your conference fees by December. I think that that's right. I think you have to pay before December.
Yes, but if you apply, if you already pay the early bird that is gonna be due on September 15, and if you apply and you get accepted, how does it work? Do you know?
As far as I know, this is nothing to do with me. This will be the AICA head office. So I'm pushing it onto them. But I think if you've already paid it, they'll just give it you back as a refund somehow.
Mhm,
Don't
mhm.
worry about that. You know, definitely get your early bird in so we know that you're going.
Yeah.
Yes, it will be refunded. Don't worry, you will get it. You will. I guarantee.
Yes. Yes, we are a big team organizing everything. It's not easy. It's gonna be a great comeback. I'm sure it's gonna be especially gonna be a very special moment for everybody to be together, get together in the beach, and I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of people. Um, what else so we can tell people to come? It's going to be a very special moment for AICI. We are growing a lot, especially in South America, Brazil. We wait a lot of people to come. And I know a lot of people are excited to go. They're keeping asking questions regarding family. You're going to do a Q&A soon. So we're going to get more, answers. We are waiting for the hotel for more answers regarding the family. But don't miss the early bird. The due date is September 15th.
Oh, Faye, you are so lovely. I love Faye. Look at
We miss, we miss you, Faye, in the global, but I know you're doing such a great job as Brazilian chapter presidency. Okay. So anyone have more questions?
Yes,
Uh, uh, Sue told DEI. DEI is diversity and inclusion, right? Some
yeah,
people don't know.
diversity and inclusion. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm. So those are big themes.
yeah,
To do it, like the diversity, inclusion, sustainability. I think it's something regarding resale, like the vintage stores, bridgeshaws is something very big now. Like how to shop in a bridgeshaw. I'm just coming out with some themes, plus size or you know. Because things are changing and people, you know, have to so bring new things. Because a lot of people are going for the second, third, or fourth, fifth time, and they want to bring new things for their job. I'm sure we can learn. Even the more experienced image consultants learn from the new beginners ones. So it's another amazing part of the conference. You can see very experienced people there and learning and cheering for the new ones. So it's very important for the career, right? So
yeah. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. And I think there is image consultants are needed more now than ever. I think they really are. But maybe in different. The way that we used to do things maybe is slightly dated in certain parts of the world, not all parts of the world, but in certain parts of the world, images around 40 years or more than 40 years, and so it has to change. It has to change if it's going to keep going. And I think new this industry are the ones that are going to show us what they're doing and how it's different, and I know I'm really looking forward to learning more. I always do at conferences. It's great.
mhm. Oh yes. So I think we are about to end because it's almost 10:30. So if you guys have any more questions, please uh, be a speaker, submit your idea until September 15. You can think about a lot and be very strict with your text because it's a few words, right? So how many characters?
200. So you've got your bio, your own bio of 75, but the actual the session itself, you've got up to 200. I mean, if you do one, I'm not going to, like, if it's 300 or something, you've got to keep it to 200 if you possibly can. All right, Faye says, how are you going to divide the session level? Well, that will be up to the presenter, Faye. So the presenter will need to tell us, once the idea has been accepted, which level of expertise they're aiming at. So whether it's a basic, whether it's an intermediate, or whether it's somewhere in the middle. And all of those are on the online form. It says all of that there. So great question. Yeah. Great question. And I think that's also really good for people who've never been to conference before to know that actually it's a beginner's level and this is who's been around a long time, because then they don't end up in the wrong session.
Okay. So we already talked about the languages. We already talked, just to finalize, we're going to have 5 languages. You can speak in Portuguese, Spanish, English, Chinese, or Japanese. It's going to happen in Punta Cana, June 8 to 11 next year. So, save the date, make your early bird. The due date is September 15, together with call for speakers. All the informations is in the bio, the link in the bio, but send us a DM if you have any other questions. And don't miss it. It's gonna be a very important conference for all of us. The reason is Punta Cana is because of it's very the middle, so it's an 8-hour flight from most of the countries. The price is very good. The weather is perfect. So don't miss it. Do you want to? Oh, Coca is saying, I love that you used Instagram.
Say as well is, if your submission is accepted and you've never done the training application before, the training plan application, I have a whole team of people now who act as your mentor. So if you've never done one before, they will help you put it together so that it gets passed, and you've got a logical plan. And also, if you are speaking at conference, you don't have to pay for the CEU application. Generally, if you at another conference, somebody would have to pay for it. For this conference, the international conference, there is no payment required for a CEU training application. It's totally free. So you're saving another $150 on that as well. But you will, you won't be left if you've never done it before. And if all else fails, you can contact me. As Sylvia said, I'm very hands-on.
Very, very hands-on. So I was checking if you have anything else to say. I think we cover everything, right, Sue? Anything else?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So thank you so much, Sue. Thank you, everybody. Coca is saying, I love you use Instagram to inform about the conference. Yes, Coca, you had to choose one media, and I think now Instagram is the best, and it's a wonderful job of the global board. Shuba, especially in the marketing, is doing a great job. Also, Lilian, everybody is helping, and we're gonna do more and more lives to inform you so don't miss our lives, and see you in Punta Cana.
Yeah, see you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.